G'day guys, Troy here from FM Scout. A couple of the guys from the YouTube channel have been going through some wonder kids for FM17, taking them into the future, see how they develop as a player, and see where their career takes them. And in today's video, I'll be taking a look at Renato Sanches. I'll be having a look at him at age 24 and 29, and then also at retirement. I'll see where his career has taken him. I'll see how he's developed as a player. As we know, he's a very physical player. Let's see if he holds those physicals at his 29th birthday. But before we kick off to the video, as always, I'd just like to invite you all over to my personal channel, FM Live. On that channel, I have a Charlton Let's Play series that's just started up, and also I've got some tips and tricks there for you. Okay, so let's get started. When you first load up the game, Renato Sanches, age 18, his media description is a wonder kid. Where he can play, and we'll touch on that first. So he can play anywhere in the midfielder, but the probably two best positions there, or natural positions, are the centre midfielder and the defensive midfielder also. What he can play, so his role and duty would be a roaming playmaker, a box-to-box midfielder, a deep-lying playmaker, and he's also very handy as a ball-winning midfielder. Okay, so let's have a look at some of those key attributes when you first load up the game with Renato Sanches. So we all know he's very physical, he's got some good pace on him, he's agile, he's got some very good balance, he's can work all day, very high stamina, and he's got a pretty decent strength as well for an 18-year-old. But for me, what sets this kid apart from the rest is his mentals at age 18, to have aggression at 18, bravery at 17. He's composed as well at 15, and that can only get higher. He's determined on the pitch as well. Work rate at 18 and teamwork at 16. Fantastic physicals for such a young player. An area which I think there's room for improvement is in the technical area. He's got some okay ones there for first touch and technique. He does, however, need to improve his passing. It's only at 13, and he does need to improve his marking. If you are going to use him as probably a deep-lying playmaker on defend, or as a ball-winning midfielder. For his personality, he's actually determined. He's put down as a media description wonder kid, and his player traits is dictates tempo, which I think is perfect for his position. He's got a little bit more potential in him, so his personality at determined could be a touch higher, but determined is very, very good. It looks like he's going to reach his potential. Okay, so let's fast forward into the future when Renato Sanches is 24. We'll see how his attributes are developed and see how he's been playing. Has he moved away from Bayern Munich? It's going to be a tough one. It's very hard to buy players off Bayern. They really have to get rid of or shed players for you to buy them. His value is at 27 million at the moment. He was just purchased in the summer for 30 million. Okay, fast forward to when he's 24, and as you can see, he's developed into that world-class midfielder that we know he can be. Physical, still very, very strong, but in the technical aspect of it, he's actually improved in every area except for one, that free kick taking. I mean, that doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So he's improved in every category, which is very good to see. Improved in a lot of other categories as well. In his mental attributes, he's improved in anticipation. Composure's went up by 1, concentration's gone up by 2, decisions, flair, pretty much a lot of them have gone up except for teamwork and work rate, which are very high to begin with. Physicals as well, just when you think there's not too much room to improve, he's improved his agility, his fitness, pace, stamina and strength all by 1. Along the way in his development as well, he's picked up a couple of player traits. Plays short, simple passes. He likes to lob the keeper. He already had that dictates tempo, and he also likes to knock ball past opponents. Okay, let's see what happened over the last 6 years that we've been away. So the first couple of years he struggled. His average rating is fairly low. That second year he only made 13 appearances, 1 goal and 2 assists. After that, it's starting to pick up now. So 23 appearances in the 2019-20 season, and getting a 7.11 average rating. Next season, 7.13, and he's had his best season so far, getting a 7.21 average rating, 6 goals and 10 assists. His value has went up also at 55 million, but his minimum release fee is only 81 million. And I've seen a lot of players this year in particular go for a lot more than that. So I'm a bit surprised no one actually triggered that clause. Moving on to his international career, and he's made 83 appearances and 9 goals at the age of 24. He might turn out to be one of the most capped players in Portugal. Okay, and having a look at the European Football Championship in 2020, Renato Sanches has lifted the trophy once again. And you would have to think at his age, now he's probably one of those main guys in the Portugal side. As for club and country winning trophies, as you probably would expect, Bayern Munich has won it every year. Nothing new there. So let's fast forward to his 29 and see where he's developed. Okay, there he is, Renato Sanches at the age of 29, at the peak of his powers. His potential ability and current ability is all the way maxed up at 4.5 stars. Media prediction, still world-class midfielder. He hasn't picked up any new player traits, but attribute-wise, he has actually improved in a couple areas. And at the age of 29, most of those are in mentals. So let's go from now. So in corners, he's improved by 2, so it's not really something we need to concern with. But anyway, he has improved. Crossing improved as well. He has gone down actually in long shots, which is funny enough. Penalties is improved, and his technique has improved from 16 to 17. In the mentals, there was a fair few mentals there that went up by 1. I won't go through all of those. In his physicals, at the age of 29, has dropped off a tiny bit. His jumping reach has gone down by 1, and also his stamina has gone down by 1. Okay, so let's have a look at his career since we last met. For Bayern Munich, he's played pretty much every game for the team. In that first season back after, when he was 25, not the best season, average rating is 6.89. The seasons above that, he's doing pretty well, getting into the 7s and into the mid-7s for the last season. 10 goals and 11 assists, which is very, very good. On the international front, with Portugal winning the World Cup in 2022, which is very, very nice. And also, they've won another European Football Championship in 2024. So one of those big game players winning trophies on the international side. And also with Bayern Munich, you can expect to win it on the domestic side. So international caps now, Sanches at the age of 29, so still got a bit of legs in him. 146 caps and 18 goals. He's actually just went past Ronaldo in game to be the most capped player for Portugal. Okay, so let's step forward now into retirement and look over his career as a whole, and then we'll have a look at if he ends up in management. Hopefully he does. Determined personality normally means that they're going to be a decent coach or manager one day. Okay, here he is at age 38 and now retired. He's put down as a manager, but there's no jobs for him. He's not, as his attributes for a manager, they're not the best. I don't see him finding a job anytime soon. His career overall, especially on the international side, 197 caps and 29 goals. He is now the most capped player ever in the world. Okay, with Bayern Munich, he stayed pretty much 20 years with Bayern Munich. He wasn't playing in the last 2 years, which is a shame. But since we were last here, he played a lot of games. It's only that really those last two years that he hasn't featured, but he featured in pretty much every game after that. Before that. His average rating did stay at about that 7, a little bit over 7 until his later years when his physicals were probably dwindling. But for caps for Bayern Munich, 567 in the league, 76 goals, 111 assists, which is very good, 25 player of the matches. Okay guys, that's it. I won't go through all his awards and trophies because playing with Bayern Munich, there would be just too many to go through. But there's his bio there. If you want to pause and have a look, you can. A lot of appearances, as you know, for Portugal and for Bayern Munich. So he's a busy player. That's his fitness was very high. His stamina was very high as well. That's how they got the most out of him. Alright guys, I'll leave it there, and if you've liked the video, please leave a like on the video, share it around with your friends if you think this is interesting, and also if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.